All right, let's take a live look at St. Louis. Dry weather, a relief from the extreme cold, and now we can expect some rain to move into the area. But in the meantime, clear skies. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is back today with the Weather First forecast. He times out that rain for us. Jim?
Yeah, hi Kay. So don't worry about it today. Today's gorgeous. Best day of the week for sure. Right now we're all wall-to-wall sunshine no matter where you are. So right now we have jumped to 55 degrees and that wind is southwest. It's really light, but up to about 11 miles an hour, west-southwest now. And that humidity level is really low. So that dew point has to go up. The amount of moisture in the atmosphere has to also go up, and that'll happen as we get into the overnight and also tomorrow. So today's forecast is high temperatures, very close to 60 in some spots, and definitely plenty of sunshine. There's that warm front that's moving through the area right now. It's to our east, and that's why we've seen that nice surge in the temperature. And the weather headlines include the best day of the week is today, warm with highs even some areas low 60s. And then rain develops Thursday, but probably after the morning commute. And that'll continue into Thursday night into Friday. In fact, the Peevely Herculaneum Lighting Christmas Parade, likely some rain on that for Thursday night. So sunshine today and about 58. And here's that low that's headed our way. It'll pull out of Texas and Oklahoma and move in our direction again. Tomorrow morning looks dry, but the afternoon and evening and nighttime look wet. More on this coming up.
Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. Breaking at noon, Israel and Hamas have agreed to extend their ceasefire for 2 more days. That raises the prospect of an even longer halt to their war and further exchanges of militant-held hostages for Palestinians imprisoned by Israel. The announcement comes on the final day of the original 4-day truce between the warring sides. As part of a 4th swap under the original deal, Hamas released 11 Israelis Monday night. Israel released 33 Palestinians. New at noon, BJC Healthcare and St. Luke's Health System are merging. According to our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal, the two systems announced a plan to combine on January 1st. The deal will create a system with 28 hospitals, hundreds of clinics, and a revenue of approximately $10 billion. The deal calls for St. Luke's to fold into BJC, though both parties will retain their branding. We're getting information about 2 early morning incidents. The first one, an attempted carjacking in South St. Louis. Police say 3 men were sitting in a vehicle on Beck Avenue when 2 armed men attempted to steal the vehicle. The driver put the vehicle in reverse and the suspect fired at him when he drove away. The victim was grazed by a bullet in his leg. He drove to a nearby Quick Trip to get help. A Barnhart man is dead after being hit by a car in Jefferson County. The Missouri Highway Patrol says Christopher Kelch was in the roadway at the time. He died at a hospital. It happened last night on Highway 61 near Cedar Drive. An update now to a story we brought you in July. Charges have been filed against a man accused of throwing bricks into an O'Fallon, Illinois home and pouring motor oil into the family's pool. St. Clair County prosecutors filed stalking and property damages against Ryan Martin. The incident happened in July on Longfellow Drive. Police say Martin also slashed a tire on one of the family's cars in August. The St. Louis City Justice Center has been plagued by inmate deaths, overdoses, and even assaults on guards and inmates. Today, members of a civilian oversight board still have lingering questions after a visit inside. As 5 on Your Side's Laura Barczewski reports, they didn't get to see everything they wanted.
After months and months of requesting access to the St. Louis City Justice Center, 3 members of the Detention Facilities Oversight Board were finally able to get inside the jail for just under an hour when they asked for 2.
We were shown the new locks where the locks had been repaired on the 5th floor. We have been told very candidly that there are still units where the locks have not been fixed.
Board Chairman Reverend Darrell Gray says from there it quickly turned into a private meeting with Corrections Commissioner Jennifer Clemens Abdullah. He has previously called for her resignation, but after this is hopeful there will be progress.
Her commitment to allow our staff to have access. That is the number one thing that I brought from it.
A recent board bill by St. Louis Alderman Rasheen Aldridge, which hasn't been signed by the mayor yet, aims to provide the board more access to the jail and information they need to investigate claims.
Trying to get real transparency and oversight to a facility that is desperately needed. In the last years there's been 10 deaths. Under this jail commissioners, there's been 7 alone. That's unacceptable. Jail is not a place of luxury, but it definitely shouldn't be a place where people's lives are being taken behind these bars.
For that very reason, Gray says they wanted to see the medical facility and still have a lot of questions they need answered.
Not only have people died, we want to know if those deaths were preventable. We're talking about overdoses. We're talking about other medical problems. How well equipped has the medical staff been at diagnosing medical problems of detainees?
That was Laura Barczewski reporting. Reverend Gray says they wanted to see the kitchen because there have been nutritional complaints and there are still concerns about staffing levels. They're going to discuss all of this at their next meeting on Monday. Workers at U.S. Steel, they are dealing with layoffs that won't take effect until January. They're still waiting to hear if they're going to lose their jobs. The company announced yesterday the plant will be idled indefinitely and up to 600 workers could lose their jobs. U.S. Steel idled Furnace B in September in response to the United Auto Workers strike. The president of the United Steel Workers Local 1899 says the company should be ramping up production, not slowing down.
They're claiming there's still some low volume yet, isn't quite increased where they want it to be, but the price of steel is in good shape right now, and if that holds any at all, and if we receive any orders or pick up any order book at all, I don't see how they cannot make a decision to do the right thing and start us back up in full operation.
Now, the layoffs won't take effect until late January. In the meantime, the company is talking with 3 companies looking to buy steel. Pope Francis is punishing one of his highest-ranking critics, Cardinal Burke. The former St. Louis Archbishop is losing his Vatican apartment and his retirement salary. According to a report by Reuters, the Pope told Vatican offices that Cardinal Burke is a source of disunity in the church. Burke has been a strong opponent of abortion and gay marriage. Now retired, Burke led the Archdiocese of St. Louis from 2004 to 2008. Still ahead, a push to create a new national park in Alton. What city leaders are hoping to include. Plus, why the University of Missouri is at the center of a license plate controversy in Kansas.